So I think we're living in a time now, I don't think I know, where we are surrounded by so much noise. The distractions are just getting more and more and more. If you own one of these things, which, you know, we all do, we all got something attached to us. Um, we're constantly getting, you know, advice, ideas, inspiration. Wow, the smoke's going berserk today. Um, and we're getting, people's opinions. We're looking at other people, we're comparing ourselves, we're judging ourselves, we're judging them. We're like, it's so busy in our minds. It's so busy with this seeking mind where you're wanting to actually learn, you're wanting to grow, you're wanting to develop. And so you're looking outside of yourself everywhere for who it is or what it is that's actually going to help you to get to this next level or teach you whatever it is you want to know or get the wisdom or, whatever it may be that you're looking for. The thing that we never take time for enough is to actually access the wisdom that lies within us. So you'll often hear me speak about your mess being your medicine. There is absolutely not one person on this planet that has lived the life that you have or experienced life the way that you have experienced it. We can have very similar experiences. We could even be in the same place, going through the same thing, but our experience of that thing will be completely different based on our past, our conditioning, our beliefs, our thoughts. All of those things come into play. And so, therefore, not one of us has had the exact same experience of life. And so, when we think about that, we have over the however many years you've been alive for, you have picked up these little chunks of wisdom and they're yours. They sit within your body, within your energy field. And every time we seek outside of ourselves for the answers, this wisdom sits like buried treasure hidden within us. And oftentimes, when I come across people when we first start working together or we first start having a conversation, it'll be, oh yeah, but like, oh, who am I to even do it? No, I'm not as good as her. I'm not even spiritual. I don't even know what spirituality is, or no, I haven't learned that. There's all these words about not being good enough or not being confident or not being worthy of, or just not believing that they have everything they need inside of them. And so when they read those quotes on Instagram and social media about everything you need is inside of you, they're like, I don't even resonate with that. The kicker is, it is all of it. We have this innate intuition that we have available to us for every decision, every question that we may have, every single experience that we go into. We have intuition about what we need to do and what we need to, like, um, what we need to do. And yet, the big thing is that we never ever take time to sit with ourselves. You could sit with a perfect stranger who you know nothing about other than the fact that they've learnt this thing. And you could listen to them for hours talk about whatever it is. You don't know them. You don't even know whether you can trust them. You don't even know whether the information they're giving you is correct. And yet you give them all of your time and attention. And yet to sit at a table with yourself, you'll play games, you'll read a book, you'll watch Netflix, you'll watch Gaia, you'll watch, you'll go to things, you'll learn, you'll go attend classes, you'll do all of these things to find the answers. And yet the answers are within you. You know. It's like we all know what we need to do. It's just whether we choose to do it or not. It's whether we choose to be still long enough to hear what it is we need to do. What is it that we want to do? Not what everybody else around us wants to do, but in this moment, what do I want? We've been taught that that sort of feeling or thought process is really selfish. And, you're not a very good person if you're thinking about yourself before others. The truth is, we cannot possibly meet another person in the depths that we wish to unless we've met ourselves there. Or else what we're doing is we're trying to find or fill a hole in us by helping that person or being with that person, rather than actually coming to that meeting in our wholeness and actually not needing anything from that person other than, oh, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to put that in my toolbox. But I'm not coming to that person thinking that they're going to give me all of the gold, because the gold is actually already within me. Whatever they're going to tell me is just opening up a doorway or a pathway for me to access information, wisdom, knowing, intuition of my own. So how do we do this? Hello, Smoke. This is called Smoke and Musings, and it's going absolutely berserk today. So how do we do this? We can actually use the smoke. This is why I became so obsessed with incense and beautifully homegrown sage, is just sitting and witnessing the smoke dancing. When I started to do that, it took me out of my monkey mind and it actually connected me into my intuitive mind. I started to get clarity. It's a form of meditation. I'm not somebody that used to. I never used to be able to sit and allow myself to meditate, because I would be thinking, oh God, this is boring. We've got something else to do. What did I need to do this afternoon? And it would actually, my mind would amp up and it would just get busier and busier and busier. And so I thought, oh, I can't meditate because I can't shut this head up. And yet I could sit and watch smoke dance for hours. I can light a candle and watch the flame of the candle and lose half a day sometimes. So, it's not a one size fits all on how we actually do this, but it might look like you dancing. It might look like you putting some really good music on that you really love and just losing yourself in moving your body. It could be a yoga practice. It could be martial arts. It could be, moving your body is a great way for a lot of people to lose themselves. And when we say we lose ourselves in that, we just lose that thinking mind, that monkey that's trying to make things happen, or those monkeys, and force an answer and tell us all the judgment and all the lack of worth. And we can actually get past that mind and come into that knowing, that feeling inside of us, that intuition, and connect with our body. We get to really find the answers that we're seeking. And if we don't particularly have them, we can actually place ourselves in places and spaces and, conversations with people where they might just say one word that opens the doorway to access the knowledge that we're looking for. Or hang on, just move me down a path to go, oh, so it's not that person that's actually giving me the wisdom. It's them opening up a doorway or a pathway for me to go, oh, that's right. That's what I need. That's what I need to do. So it's just so that we can access and tap into the infinite wisdom that sits inside of us. So start with lighting a candle. Watch the flame. Get your sage or your incense and watch the smoke dance. It creates all manner of symbols, it spirals, it dances, it does circles, it just moves in all these beautiful patterns. And then all of a sudden it'll just sit really like a line straight up to cosmos. It's absolutely amazing watching smoke. So I invite you to just find what it is that you can do to just disconnect from that monkey mind and lose yourself for a moment. And it only needs to be a moment. It doesn't need to be hours. There's also hand gestures that you might try. And one is just placing your hands in directly in front of your eyes. Leave them about an inch away from your eyes. And it's almost like closing the curtains. Just allow the energy to build up between the palms and your eyes, and you'll feel a warmth or a tingle. Some people may feel nothing, and that's absolutely okay too. And then that just actually it it balances out the left and the right brain. It's one of the first movements for Reiki. When you first learn your Reiki 1, placing your hands over the people's eyes, just above their eye, it actually helps to just balance in the brain, just so that the monkey mind doesn't go berserk. We can just get some balance. You might just put your feet on the grass. Just the simple act of going out and placing your feet on the earth and grounding yourself. It's something that in this world we're going to need to do more and more. As the world gets busier, the technology kicks off in more ways than what we even know now. Everything is going to become noisier, busier. We're going to need to really take care of and ground our energy as much as possible. So the simple act of placing your feet on the earth, it's going to be like a necessary part of your toolbox. So start to put these practices into place now. Find what it is that helps you to reconnect to the earth's rhythm, reconnect to your rhythm, to just take a moment and be that glitch in the matrix, like just glitch it for a second so that you can just tap out of the busy and the noise and tap in to yourself. I hope this supports you in some way. I'll see you on our next conversation.